What's up, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's me, your girl, Kellz, and I'm back.
Right.
We're Through Thick and Thin, the podcast. We podcasting, and we talking about the thickest and the thinnest of subject matters in the game right now, man. Listen, I'm always excited when I have, like, people who I admire. And not saying that I don't admire all my guests, but I'm talking about...
Not everybody, though. You don't admire
I mean, I ain't got time. I can respect them, but I
don't admire your ass, though.
I admire this guy because the work speaks for himself, but the energy and the personal relationship that I have with him is like no other. Okay, now if I get to saying the accolades, I wouldn't have all day, so we're going to just say he represents Chicago.
Chi-town.
Midwest, we the best. He puts it down for the culture, but more importantly, he is right here, live in person. Y'all make some noise for my boy, your boy, the one and only Hot Rod, Rodney Perry. I said Hot Rod.
I'll take Hot Rod.
That's Hot Rod.
There's only a handful of people in the world that call me Hot Rod.
And when you told me that, I'm like, I'm one of those handfuls.
You call me Hot Rod. Yeah. Your husband called me Hot Rod. Amber James called me Hot Rod.
Yeah.
And my buddy Alan Fisher that I grew up with, he called me Hot Rod.
That's 4 people in the world. But Hot Rod is just so fitting.
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
That take me back.
No, Rodney. You're Rodney Perry.
I am Rodney.
You're the Rodney Perry.
Well, I'll take that.
And when I say legendary, iconic, Rodney Perry, mentor, big brother, a leader in the comedy game, a writer, an author, a father, a veteran. I mean, just layers on top of layers. You GD? You from Chicago? I'm sorry.
I'm kind of GD by default because I grew up around the GDs.
Okay.
I grew up on 126th State.
Shout out to 126.
And I was like, Chicago, you kind of gangbanger by default.
Yeah.
By your neighborhood.
See, I'm a gangbanger by the dude I'm with.
Yeah. Oh, if you date somebody, you definitely GD all day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So he'll feel
I'm not a gangster disciple. But I can step like one on it.
Yeah, but they don't let the GDs through the door, so we okay now, man.
Please don't come through.
Please don't. Please don't.
Guys.
Please be good. Rodney, I am so honored to have you here. You could have been anywhere in the world because you working.
First of all, I called you. I mean, Kellz, you got a podcast. When am I coming on your podcast?
I was like, that is so... Everything is in divine order because this was our list. We already got a production list. First of all, we've been trying to get you since the beginning, but we were like, you know what? You have to save certain people for when the momentum is going.
Okay.
Sorry. You were one of the ones the momentum was going,
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's exactly what it was. Because you just want the attraction to be good when you interview someone like a Rodney Perry who has been so influential to the game. How many years in the game?
I think it's 30. Like, I don't have an anniversary date. I don't remember my first time on stage.
Okay. Ooh.
But when I started looking at my career, it's around 30 years.
Okay.
And it's because it predates my Navy life. And I was literally in high school doing sets.
Yeah.
So my mother, who was always supporting me, I went through this little thing and I had paid money. I had saved my money up and got this little beauty salon or something.
Yeah.
And they did a show. I did a show for those people, and I just remember that was the beginning.
That was the beginning. Yeah. And I mean, it's so fun that we say like little beauty salon and things like that. But those be those same people right now who be calling us like they want us back in those spots.
Oh, for sure.
They want you there.
For sure.
Yeah, and guess what? They know your worth and they paying them budgets.
Man, it's the people. It's the people that don't got the money that'll go out that'll pay you a king's ransom
to
take care of you.
Yeah.
And then you got the same people with same size place that be fucking hemming and hawing over $1,000. So I mean I've been blessed. I was talking to my friend the other day and I was like, dude, Rodney Perry is really one of one.
Yeah.
Like it ain't a whole lot of people in my lane. With hosting movies, TV, stand up. All of that stuff, producing,
podcasting. I mean, literally.
I've been very blessed in terms of creating and continuing to find different lanes throughout my career.
You've been very blessed, and you're also a name when your name is spoken. Everyone has something positive to say. Yeah. I don't know a Rodney Perry hater.
They're out there.
Oh, well, they don't. Guess what? They're not showing their faces.
There's a couple out there. Yeah. Not a lot, but there's a couple.
But guess what? Those people they're probably not working. I don't know them. Wow. They're not on the circuit. We're so busy.
Or they're working a lot and they just don't do it in public. But it's okay.
Either you know who you are, don't mention it.
It's okay.
Don't try it. We don't have to worry about those people because you got so many things popping. Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
That's a game changer. Talk about Tyler Perry. What's going on? Where we at?
So Madea's Big Happy Family. The Gift That Keeps on Giving. The movie is over 10 years old. Still get checks to this day.
Residual.
And I had to audition.
Okay.
So I'm doing Uptown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at Uptown on a Thursday night, first day of the weekend. Roger Bob, who was Tyler's right hand at that time, he comes and sees me at Uptown.
Yeah.
After the show, he said, Rodney, man, I might have something for you. We might call you tomorrow. In my mind, I'm like,
yeah. Heard that before.
This nigga lying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying to myself. So next Friday morning, I get a call. Hey, so-and-so from Roger Bob's office. We want you to come in and read for the role of Harold of Madea's Big Happy Family. And they emailed it over. You've done auditions. This is this is 10 pages.
Wait.
The audition is 10 pages.
Wait.
I'm like, dude.
Are you a main character?
Who am I?
Yeah, who am I? Am I the
lead? Dude. So it's 10 pages.
You at a table read at this point.
I'm at the table read.
Yeah.
So 10-page audition. And I read the 10 pages and I'm like, yo, I know this guy. I know Harold.
It was for you.
I know Harold. I know he's been married a number of years. Him and his wife fall in and out of love. The kids is bad. I know that guy.
Yeah.
And so I go in and I'm almost off book. So I read for Alpha Tyler, who to me is the best casting director of all time.
Shout out to Alpha Tyler.
Alpha Tyler was Tyler Perry's casting lady at that time. So if you read for anything Tyler Perry now, it goes to Raven's drummer. Raven was her assistant.
Come on.
So that's why you be nice to people.
You better be nice to people.
Because today's assistant is tomorrow's the person.
It's the shit.
Period.
The one. Yeah.
So I go in, I read, and she was like, Rod, she's always real nice. She's like, look, just read it. And, I know it's a lot. And if it's cool, we'll take it. We'll keep it. If not, we'll just do it over. I'm like, all right. So I read it. Kill it.
You talking about one take shorty?
Kill it, Kel.
One take shorty.
Kelly, I kill it.
Yeah.
So she goes, Rod. She said, Rod, okay, you did a great job. Let's go in to Ruben's office. Ruben Cannon is maybe, if that other guy has his right hand, this dude is his left hand.
Yeah, come on.
Ruben Cannon is also from Chicago. And this is how the world works too. So Ruben Cannon also hired me for a movie called Johnson Family Vacation.
One of my favorite movies.
I don't even realize it's him at the point. So I go in and he goes, do I know you? And I'm like, well, I say, you booked me for Johnson Family. He was like,
it all makes sense.
He said, all right, read, let's see what you got. So I read it. He go, okay, pretty good.
Yeah.
He's still right there. He picked up the fuck up. Tyler, Ruben. Hey, man, I got this guy over here, Rodney Perry, man. He's pretty good at Harold, man. I want you to check him out.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Tyler Perry gets on the phone right away.
On the phone. I read again with Tyler on the phone.
Yeah.
Me and Alpha read it again. Tyler go, okay. What's his name again? Rodney Perry. Right? Okay. We not related, is we? No, sir.
No, sir.
And if we was, nigga.
Yeah. You cuz.
Hire me anyway.
Cuz. Put me on.
Stop playing. So I read that day. And so I leave their offices, in the hood over there where they had their offices are, Camp Creek area. I leave their offices north of Camp of the Road. So over that way. Anyway, it don't matter. So I leave their offices and the wardrobe people hit me up. Mm-hmm. Wardrobe know everything first.
You surely do.
Wardrobe hit me up. Yo, we try to get your sizes. I'm like, ma'am, I have not been hired yet.
Please.
She's like,
I wouldn't even have your number.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she spilled the beans.
She spilled the beans everywhere.
I would have lost my mind. Like, I wear a medium. I would have lied about my size. I wear a medium. I'm gonna die.
Right. So they finally called and I booked the role. Get this, that's a Friday. I'm on the set shooting on Monday morning.
They needed you.
They needed me, and mind you, they was trying to cast this role for months. But people were reading. like, so when you see the movie, Harold gets kind of beat up throughout the movie, whether it's from his wife or the kids, all this stuff. And it was just important to me that he had a redemptive moment.
Yeah.
And so when he stands up for himself, that was that moment for me. And that was a good thing, man. And he had some really strong man moments too. Like he had when his wife's mom dies and he has to console her.
Yeah.
There's no lines in that scene, but that's to me, that's a pivotal moment for that character.
Yeah.
And so as an actor, you know, I studied with Tasha Smith.
Shout out to Tasha Smith.
Shout out to Tasha Smith. T-Saw. Okay. I'm studying with Tasha Smith years before I ever get on the set.
Yeah.
But she gave me some tools that I still use because she was a stand-up. People don't know Tasha Smith was a stand-up.
I didn't know that. So
she definitely gave me all the game. She said, Rodney, as a comedian, they're going to expect you to come in with something.
Yeah.
You're not like a regular actor. They're going to expect you to come in and be funny.
Yeah. We need your improv.
We need, nigga.
Feel this.
Right now.
Because we wrote this, but it's missing something.
I need you to do it.
It sounds like a Sunny. I think my whole team, like, hey, Kelly, this is what we're doing, but you do the rest. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you for the outline.
But as I got older, I'd be like, please put it on the page, though.
Yeah. Please.
Nigga, I don't want to write your whole shit. Yeah. Put it on the page. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
Take care of me.
Take care of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fair that you're an actor, take care of you. Did you always know that you were going to be in entertainment? Well, you're a veteran, right? Mm-hmm. You're serving, and thank you so much for your service. Thank you. Hoorah. I don't know, but I've been cold. I couldn't pass the physical, but
you probably helped it all up.
Yeah, so when was that time? How? When? Where is Rodney Perry the comedian discovered?
Good question, Kelly Kellz.
Good question.
So I'm in second grade.
Damn.
I got a teacher that would let me tell jokes at the end of the day if I shut up.
I love it.
Mr. Thompson. And I know you're an educator.
Yeah, I love it.
And what y'all do, what educators do when they recognize something is pivotal. Mm-hmm. It's pivotal. And Mr. Thompson saw that I had all this pent up energy, and he asked me about what I like to do, and I told him I want to be a comedian. I was talking about it then, and he said, "Well, if you be quiet, I'll let you tell jokes at the end of the day." And I did that. That's second grade. Of course, I didn't find it as a profession for many years later, but that was the beginning. And my parents would have get-togethers at the house, and they would listen to records. Yeah. Miles Mabley, Red Fox, Pigmeat Markham. I listen to all that stuff. Red Fox. Richard Pryor. And so my bedroom was right through that door off the living room. Yeah. I'm laying on the floor, cracking up. Yeah.
Weak.
Grown ass jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, whoever that is, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
And so Rodney Perry ain't quite born yet, but I'm aware of comedy.
Yeah.
And then I would go bowling on the weekends with my cousin, Punkin and Keating. So I would go to Punkin and Keating's house, and we would watch Saturday Night Live Saturday night. And I saw Eddie Murphy. Telling jokes. No, he was doing Velvet Jones.
Okay.
The pimp,
yeah.
He said, I don't know, Your Honor, but the bitch is ugly. I saw that shit, was like, yo, it was like getting struck by lightning. I was like, that's it.
That's it.
That's what I want to be. And to get to work with him years later is nothing short of amazing.
And we're talking about work with him on what? Coming to America 2. Yeah. We're talking about Coming to America 2. I had to yell. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I forgot we was inside.
We yell sometimes.
Coming to America 2 was huge. Like, we're not downplaying that. Coming to America, period, was a game changer for our culture. Absolutely. Right? I'm talking about that was one of those movies you could recite the words, like verbatim. And then Coming to America 2 was so great because it embodied some of the most influential people, boom, all in Coming to America, right? Because if you think about Coming to America 1, all them niggas are it. Yeah. But we didn't know that then.
We didn't know.
But for me watching, I'm like, those are my friends. Those are my people. I have their number. Right. These are people that I'm working with. And it was great. How was that on set? How was that energy? Because you're Coming to America 2, dog.
Yeah.
Rick Ross house filming, all type of shit. Yeah. This is wild.
Rick Ross is in the movie.
Ricky Rose.
Rose was in the movie. He's so funny, man. First of all, to have Eddie Murphy say good morning to you, I mean, because, you know, just to be on his radar at all, and he would come in some morning. What's up, Rod? How you doing today? Like, who is this nigga talking to?
Hot Rod?
Did you call me Hot Rod?
Hot Rod.
I.E.?
Yeah,
what's up, E?
What's up, E?
I ain't got no nickname for him.
What's up, Murph?
Mr. Murphy.
What's up, Murph?
But here goes. Eddie Murphy is a real deal regal person. It's like being around a real king.
Yeah.
Like, we got our people that we call kings of comedy. Eddie Murphy is the king of kings.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is a real king.
Yeah, on fact. That's a fact.
For real, like, so it was at one point it was some scuttlebutt, like, you're on the set of some, I'm not going to discuss that.
Yeah.
But it got on his plate. And I just remember him saying some real, you know, in the movie, he be sitting up and some real good posture and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he said some real
profound
kingly shit. He said, you know, sometimes people just are who they are. I'm like, this nigga's amazing. Who is this?
It's the small shit. It humbled you.
I was like, this dude's a king for real.
Yeah.
He was so above the pettiness. And of course, Arsenio, I'd known Arsenio for many years. And, you know, he would explain to Eddie who you really was.
Yeah, okay.
He was like, yo, this nigga, that nigga one of them niggas.
I love that. Don't you like when people vouch for you?
Ain't nothing better than a vouch.
Yeah,
vouch is everything.
I don't want to tell you. I want the people to tell you. Yeah. I'm the people's choice.
Yes.
Of course I'm my own choice, but it seemed a little bragging and boastful. Arsenio Hall is like Rodney Perry's that man.
You know, Kevin Hart once said to me, he said, Rodney, don't tell people what you got going on. Let them tell you.
Ooh.
He said, don't tell people what, because, you know, you have a sense of, you ain't heard that got a new movie, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't never do that. He said, let people tell you what you got going on.
Damn, I feel bad as soon as you walked in here.
As
soon as you walked in, I'm like, you watched my movie yet? I just did that to you.
No, but no, I know about your movie.
Yeah.
I seen it. The box is it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. But I was like, all right. But I mean, that's true. Some people,
we're friends too.
We're friends too,
yes.
But as a consumer, as the consumers, let them be excited to tell you everything that you're doing.
Man, I heard about. I see you.
I like when you
killed that.
Man.
Well done.
I stay tuning into. Yeah, those are the things that's happening. Okay, so you are in these movies. You're in these rooms. You're with the Eddie Murphys, the Arsenio Halls, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, speaking of hearts and things like that, you know, you had a scare that scared me.
Okay.
It had me sad. And I think I called you and I think you answered. I was like, he loves me. Right?
Did I answer?
You absolutely answered.
Okay, good for me.
And I told you, I said, I needed that. You remember that? I told you I needed you to answer. Because in my mind, when you answered, you were okay. Okay. But you have people that were really by your side, the Kevin Harts, and stood up in that gap. Mm-hmm. Those are people that are willing to open their hands. But it's a lot of people that are gatekeeping these days. And they are stopping certain doors. How as a younger comedian, or even as a comedian now, how do you deal with that?
I mean, it's kind of the occupational hazard of what we do.
Come on.
There's always somebody between you and the stage on every level.
Okay.
Whether you're open micer, just trying to get on the stage, it's somebody going, no, nigga, not this week. It's always somebody. Once you understand that, everything else makes sense. There's always somebody between you and the stage. It would be nice if it wasn't, but it is. Yeah. And that's okay. And you know, today's, just like we said earlier, today's assistant is tomorrow's executive.
Yeah.
Also, today's person in charge of that stage is tomorrow's, hey, can I get some tickets?
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
So people go up and down all the time.
Yeah.
And so they got to treat you right too.
Is gatekeeping important though?
Somebody got to stop the riffraff.
There we go.
Somebody got to get. Some niggas need a stiff arm.
There we go.
Some niggas need that motherfucker.
Because what did you do to get to this gate? Right? Look, or what did you? What? Like, why should I open it for you?
Here goes. You're a Delta.
Yeah, I'm a proud member of Delta.
You had a process y'all went through to become a Delta. Like, I wish we had a process in comedy. Like, a nigga can wake up tomorrow and be a comedian.
Yeah.
and he can go on stage and he can find his way. And I love that about what we do, but I wish there was a hazing process.
Yeah.
I wish there was like a nigga couldn't just walk up and be one.
Well, you know what it is now? When we do even try to give those younger comedians like, hey, you're not going up today. They're like, okay, cool. I'll go start my own room. And then they go start these trash ass rooms with all open micers. And now people thinking that's the comedy show. Now they turned off because you got.
But it is a comedy show.
It is.
And they might not see like this is why I don't really put my pants down and dookie on the internet comedy.
Oh yeah. No, we talking open mic. Okay.
No, but I want to be clear on this because they're talking to new people. Mm-hmm. Like the people that are following the Country Waynes of the world, they not my fans. Mm-mm. They not, Country Wayne is not my child. Mm-hmm. He's a child of reality almost, because he lives in a reality world. Like what the thing he's created on social media, it's reality. Mm-hmm. And so he might be Nene Leakes' kid.
Oh, that's good.
But he not my child.
Yeah, so they can have a conversation and have a meeting of the minds.
And the people are different.
Yeah.
The people that love that young man, they love him, and he's introducing them to comedy.
Yeah.
So, bravo, Country Wayne. Well done.
You know what? And that's how I feel about with Funny Marco. I'm touring with him right now, and I'm hosting this tour, and I'm able to see him grow.
That's the dude to do the interview.
The interviews.
He's stupid.
He's stupid,
He's
right?
Stupid as hell.
And my number one thing is go be you and be stupid.
And he got to respect you to have you that close to him too.
He loves me,
Yeah,
and I love. And that's the thing. You got to have a respect for people when it comes to this industry. But it's the respect.
But y'all probably got what me and Monique had. See, we was never in competition.
Yeah.
One thing about men are always in quiet competition.
Yeah.
So you can have, like, you'll see guys, they'll grab a old school vet and bring him around. But sometimes a comedian could not be cool with you just because you're a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Just because you pull bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
And just because a girl like you, that's enough for a big time comedian to be like, no, I'm good with that. Though.
Yeah, I ain't finna have him on the road with me.
You call it go gatekeeping or whatever, nigga. Your ass too cute.
Yeah, you too cute. Damn, you being talented.
Get your ass out of here.
Yeah, that's real.
Do that somewhere else.
Have you ever experienced that?
I've seen it up close.
You've seen it up close?
David Arnold, who was my friend, who's long.
Rest in peace. You know he took me on the road.
I know. He asked me about it.
Did it?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You never told me that.
I mean, it wasn't nothing to brag about. But yeah. That's my best friend. This is one of my best friends on the planet.
Yeah, no, I know.
And so, absolutely, he told me before he made it. Yeah, we talked about it. And how dope you would be. And
he loved me.
Yeah, but he's just a great guy. But he's also a handsome guy.
Yeah. And
so he would have Rod, I can't believe these niggas. I'm like, hey, stop being cute, nigga. Yeah. I done tell him this shit. I was like, hey, you too fucking handsome, nigga.
Stop being light skinned.
Get you a regular face like me, and you'll be fine.
So who do you think have it harder on the road or is in this industry, women or men?
Women. Absolutely. Everything is harder for women. I'm a father of 5 girls. Everything is harder for women. Everything. Yeah. Whether it's comedy or the steel mill. Remember the girl was in the steel mill and she had to pull the water down, splash on her face? Mm-hmm. That was a hard-ass job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So everything is harder for women, man. I don't envy y'all plight at all. And I'm very aware of it because of my daughters.
Can I tell you something and tell my viewers and everyone? You're very inclusive when it comes to women. Your show, a lot of women are on there, and I am so grateful that you allow women to have a voice on there. Yeah, you know that, right?
But women have showed me love from the beginning. Yeah, Kim Whitley gave me my first job.
Wow,
in Hollywood. Yes, Kim Whitley, and it was just because I got her funny, and so I began to write for her when she did O Drama. Okay, so again, a full circle moment. I'm working for Kim Whitley. And years later, the young lady that produced the show, Marilyn Gill, was our executive producer of the Monique show.
Listen, you write for Kim Whitley. Did she want people to know that she had a writer then?
She wasn't tripping. And I just heard somebody, Chris Spencer said this on the internet the other day. here goes. You spend your first 15 years making your first hour. Mm-hmm. Or maybe if you're lucky, you might get 2 hours out your first 15 years of comedy. Right? Then the world sees you. Now they like, nigga, you got 24 months to give me another one. Yeah. You just took 15 years to make 2. Now you got 24 months. Now you need a writer.
You need a writer.
You need somebody to help you collect your thoughts. Like a writer's not necessarily writing. They're really kind of looking at you, looking at Kellz, who she is, and helping you go, nigga, that's funny. We gonna do a bit on that. That's 7 minutes right there. And like even me as a writer, my skill set is more organization. Okay. I'm great at organizing a person's set. Yeah. You know, so if I sit down with you, that's what I do.
I love that. I love that point because, you know, you do have the naysayers like ghost writers and this and that. Man, your favorite comedian has someone punching.
Somebody help.
Somebody help.
And maybe it's just your peer. Like sometimes it's just like what Harry Rashford does for Kevin Hart. He did for me. Okay. We was roommates in the Navy.
Talk about it.
So Harry is my best friend. Mm-hmm. And so what we did more than anything for each other was just be around. Yeah. And acknowledge funny.
Acknowledge funny.
Nigga, what'd you say?
And as soon as somebody said that's funny, you like, wrote it. Done. Noted.
Harry would write stuff. He would write stuff down for me. He said, dog. He spit it back to me. I was like, what's that? Where you get that? That's funny. Where you get that? He said, nigga, you said that 2 weeks ago. Oh, shit. Who knows? God. And so you need somebody recording your spontaneous funny. Yeah. Because we're funny. Kellz is always funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, James is probably your guy.
James is my guy.
James is right there.
Nikki is my guy. Stephanie is my guy. These are people like, that shit was hilarious. And I'm like, it was. I'm going to write down. But can I tell you one thing about me? And this is me having a moment of transparency with you. I struggle with going and tell that story and having it delivered the way I just had you laughing. Mm. Like, oh man, I don't know if it's going to be that funny when I tell them people. Right. You're laughing because you know me. They're like, no, bitch, that was a funny story. Yeah. So I struggle with that.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. And but that comes with trial and error too. Yeah. I mean, our business is a business of trial and error. Yeah. I mean, you know, we just got to figure it out. Like, okay, over time, I know that if I do 1 + 1, it's gonna always equal 2. Yeah. I can't do that. I can't fail.
You can't fail.
Because I know what that is when I'm working. You know, I know what it feels like.
All right. We're talking about like, you know, the elements of writing jokes and, you know, having ghostwriters. What about these joke thieves and how do you handle that? Because this is a big thing right now. We know this Cat Williams situation is going on. Right. And for me, people who never even had an interest in comedy is interested in everything.
I mean, everywhere you go, so what's your thought? What you think?
I'm like, lady, I am asleep on the plane, lady. I don't have any thoughts. I know
he told the truth. He told the truth, didn't he?
Right. All right. He said things like we can't let losers or thieves rewrite history and things like that. Like, what's your take on that?
Oh man. To me, and it's no disrespect to the great Cat Williams. I think he's one of the best comedians we've seen in recent history. But I heard somebody say this the other day, hurt people. That's a fact. Just because something is true don't mean it's public consumption. Just because, like, hear people say, I just tell the truth. But everything that's the truth ain't for public consumption. Yeah. Like the inner workings of comedy. I mean, you're talking about a joke that's literally 20 years old. You go back in 1998, I did it on Comedy View. So what? Yeah. What if this joke getting stole is what made people go, let's get a guy a break? Wow. What if? You don't know. Yeah. You don't know. You don't know what was conspiring in your favor. Like, say, for instance, the day Cat Williams blew up, I was there. It's BET Comedy Awards, which don't exist no more. They did it twice, and it went away. It gave way to BET Hip Hop. Okay. So BET Comedy Awards, the first year, they locked Cat out He was supposed to get in, but he could not get in.
Oh, my.
And I heard this from Stephen Hill himself told me this.
Yeah.
He said, we had locked Cat out, and I felt bad. The guy that was the head of the show, he said, I felt bad. So the following year, Cat was not only in the show, but he was on the show.
Okay. Way to redeem yourself.
So there's 2 people on the show that day, 2 comedians, 2 stand-up comedians. One is Cat Williams, one is JB Smoove. JB Smoove is a comic. Everybody loves JB.
Shout out to JB Smoove. Love him.
Shout out to JB Smoove. JB Smoove, this particular day, doesn't have a great set.
Okay.
JB has a bit of a speech impediment, and when you get nervous, you start blah, 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 and all of a sudden, it wasn't a good set.
Yeah.
Cat is next. If Cat doesn't do well, it's just a bad night for stand-ups. But he does do well. It's on the internet right now. It's 6 minutes of fire. He came in, there's honoring Martin. He said he went to Martin's house and how big it was. He did a whole set. He had women come out with rose petals and shit he was throwing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I sat there with my own eyes and watched the shit. I was like, oh, he gone.
Yeah.
Cat told me this. He said, Rodney, that day I went from being Money Mike to Cat Williams.
Wow. It's a transition.
He went from making $5,000 a show to 20, 30 overnight.
Yeah.
So the note of saying still in the joke is 7-8 years before that. And although it probably hurt your feelings, it's a non-issue now in 2023.
Yeah.
You know, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, that's a real thing. But have you ever had a joke stolen?
I've been accused of stealing the joke.
Oh man, I have. I've been accused of stealing a joke. I've been accused of stealing a joke, and the person had to go back and apologize. Yeah, that happened to me.
Well, here goes. Corey Holcomb hit me up.
Corey Holcomb said I stole a joke, and he had to go back and apologize.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that was the whole thing with Just Niche.
With Just Niche, my friend.
Right. Anyway, I felt like he shouldn't have been in that. Anyway, if Just Niche felt like you stole the joke, she can call you.
Yeah.
Like, to me, there's a way to do this stuff.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Like, even David Arnold, again, he had the young man that they, Joe, whatever, the Joe guy.
Yeah.
Said stole the joke.
Yeah.
And I told, my advice to David Arnold, I said, Dave, why are you making this man famous?
And he did.
Why are you, leave that man alone. That
he
man
either made him famous, or people was like, we don't deal with him because he's a joke thief. And it kind of either crushed him.
So anyway, Corey, I had a joke, and the joke was first of all, Corey Holcomb claimed everything relationship. Everything relationship. Okay. So he go right as my joke. I had a joke, and the joke was like, when you see a woman and you with your woman, you don't look at that woman, you look what she gonna be. You know, so you don't look at her, you look over here and wait for her to cross your path. And it was a funny joke. I made it up when I was hosting in LA. Hilarious. And it was a nice little quip. He's like, yo, that's my joke. I was like, all right. And I stopped doing it.
But you know what's so crazy? That is a joke, but that's something that anybody would say, right? I think when it comes to stealing situations, if I can be completely honest, now, okay, Sad and Cat joke may have had a lot of similarities. Like that was a story that was like rocket ships and all that. That could be something that's stolen. But when you're telling personal stories, now you stole my life. But saying that
this is my opinion.
A woman walked in the view. Anybody would say that.
But my comment to him was this. First of all, dude, I don't steal jokes.
Let's go.
Let's start there. And it's yours. It's yours. I'm gonna create more jokes than you. It don't matter. Yeah. So I had another joke, and this joke, it wasn't the same joke. We just had the same punchline. Okay. The thing that paid off the joke was the same, and it was about a gay dude, and I talked about the gay test I did on Laughpalooza, and the guy would end up spinning. Mm-hmm. The gay dude, he'd be spinning. You tickled yourself. It was funny. Yeah. And so he would end up spinning, and another comedian had a joke. He said, Rod, I need that joke, man. Said, let me have that joke. Yeah. I said, you know what, bro? It's yours. Yeah. Fast forward, working together 3 or 4 years later, and he was still doing that joke. Still close to that joke. So I let it go. It's gone. It's gone. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, some people are actively stealing. Yeah. Some people are actively stealing. But I think most of us, like, those of us from the comic view era, like, It's some young comics borrowing material from us. They don't realize where they got it from.
Yeah. You heard this before. You heard this before. You ain't make this up. You heard this before. You were inspired.
You were like, I was inspired by Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Young Rodney Perry is Eddie Murphy.
Come on.
And if Eddie would have met me, he would have hated me because I was too much like him.
Yeah.
And so that happens too. You know, I call it theft by osmosis. Like sometimes you just absorb a person, and then you could just be borrowing a part of their who they are.
Yeah.
You could be borrowing, like some people are heavily influenced by their big homie.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Philly, you're going to see some Kevin Harts.
Yeah.
Until
oh God, yes.
Until they grow up
yeah.
and find their own voice. It's some young guys that young versions of themselves was all Kevin. They was pulling their sleeves up and everything.
How important is it for you to get a group of young people or a group of young comics, entertainers, and like help navigate them through the way? Like, so obviously when you have the Eddie Murphys, is it important for Eddie Murphy to have a group of comedians? He said, I had my mark on them.
I think the OG is always tasked with passing information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whoever the OG is, whether it's Eddie Murphy or Anthony Brown.
Yeah.
Who gave me a lot of game. You know, Anthony Brown said, hey man, he said, one thing you want to do, always do, Rodney Perry, is if you get a chance to talk to a comic, talk to him. He don't want nothing but the game.
Yeah.
Give him the game.
Yeah. Give him as what you got.
Somebody gave it to you.
Yeah.
You know, people say, who influenced you? It's so many people. It was a comedian named Tony Royster. Tony Royster was such a dope comedian because he would stop you. He was an OG. Mm-hmm. And when I was getting on stage one day, he's like, hey, Rodney, what's all that shit in your pocket? I'm like, what you mean? He said, you got all type of shit. You got a wallet, some keys. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You got in your pockets. And he was right. To this day, I don't walk on stage with nothing in my pockets because I don't want to look all bumpy and shit. People looking at my keys and shit. And so I learned that from an OG. And so, you know, and a lot of times I feel like that we as OGs may have not said nothing too many times.
Yeah.
And you should say something. You should say something.
You should.
But it's hard to say something to cats that's making money.
Oh, you can't tell them nothing.
Yeah,
because they have a lot of yes people around them already, and that's just the way it is. Speaking of people that's having money, man, the game is so crazy right now. You have to be careful with the more money you make because you have things like allegations and charges, and bitches are coming out of nowhere with their hands out. Like we're dealing with the P. Diddy situations and obviously the R. Kelly, but P. Diddy being the most relevant thing. Like, what is that doing for the culture right now? What's your take on that?
I mean, if you're a horrible nigga, people gonna find out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's biblical somewhere. You know, what happens in the dark is to be.
Yeah. And what's done in the dark be brought to the light.
Therefore, be revealed there to light.
Thou art, says the Lord.
Therefore, which is.
Yeah.
No, but just again, as a father, man, I got to look at it through my father's eyes. And one is so many people are party to the indiscretions. It ain't just P. Diddy. It's so many people that know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So many people that got unique information. Mm-hmm. So many people that was right there that didn't say nothing, whether it's P. Diddy or R. Kelly. And so, again, hurt people. Like, you have this type of behavior. You're a predator because of something you probably went through.
Yeah, trauma.
So much trauma. And we as black people, we have all this trauma, all this baggage. Do we totally blame these people? Yeah, nigga. Hey, nigga, you can't be beating up people, man.
You can't. You can't talk to your assistant like that.
Nigga, stop.
The barber, nobody, right?
Nigga, stop.
Yeah. Who is your person that keep you in check? How do you stay focused? Because you are married, you have daughters, but the world is still wicked.
Yeah. Who
is that? How do you keep yourself in check? Like, how are you maintaining on the roads and doing this for years?
My wife is a great sounding board. She's the realest person I know.
Okay.
You know, and what she don't really get is that you have to work with people that you don't like all the time.
That's it.
Because she be like, why are you fucking, I told you that nigga was a snake. And she quick give you ass, I told you so. But I'm like, babe, I've been working with that man, making money with him for the last 15 years though. Like, so it was necessary. It was necessary at that time.
Yeah.
And so, but you know, in terms of keeping it, you know, maintaining a certain amount of I try to treat people like I want to be treated.
Yeah.
You know, that's the words I live by. Treat people like you want to be treated. And if you do that, you can have a decent life.
Yeah.
You know. And I ain't no goody two shoes. I mean, I made mistakes.
Tell us about some. Tell us about a mistake that people wouldn't even believe Hot Rod made. Now, no, it's fine, never. Tell us about a mistake. Because I mean, it ain't all sweet, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us about a mistake that people like, God, damn, that was life changing. Or what you got for me?
So I did an interview, and I didn't support my friend.
Okay.
And she called me on it.
Okay.
And it hurt my feelings because I'm like, that's one interview out of 50. Every other interview, I was on point. But this particular interview, you know, I didn't support my friend like I should have.
Okay.
And I regret that.
Yeah.
You know. And just to be transparent, that my friend is Monique. And what she went through when the world turned on her, and I had to put myself in her shoes, to have the one nigga that you know got your back, not have your back for a split second, is too long.
Yeah.
It's too long. Mm-hmm. And this, so I do an interview, I want to say it was with Pierre. And I wasn't against her, but I wasn't unequivocally for her.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And so when we talked about it, and she was like, nigga, you know, I know you got my back, Rodney, just didn't look like it that day. And it hurt my heart. Yeah, it hurt my heart. But I had to put myself in her shoes and go, yo, my brother. You know, because this woman that had your back too much. She done made sure you ate. She done made sure the Perry kids ate, real ate.
But even when people have in the bag, right? As a friend, shouldn't you be able to tell them like, hey, you're right or wrong? Like, I love you this much, right? Because obviously, and this is my thing, obviously you felt something to not have it 100%. Because it's not everybody that's our friend not always 100% right. And it
don't matter if they right though.
You got to hold them down.
You got to hold them down. You got to hold
check them in person and behind the closed doors.
You got to hold your friend down because your friend is like friendship is everything for me.
Me too. Like
I'm like if you got Rodney Perry as a friend, then you got a friend.
Yeah, because if you slight me one time, I'm going to forever feel like you would slight me.
And that's what it was more than anything.
Yeah.
But that's more than anything. And so you know. We of course are closer than ever now. We still talk probably once, twice a month, and you know she's been gold for me in my life, and to watch the world go full circle and come back to her is such a awesome thing to see.
And even watch the world go full circle. Now you have someone like Taraji, who is having the same fight, and
everything is harder for women.
Everything is harder for women, but the industry seems to be taking it much easier on her than they did Monique. They really took Monique through the ringer, and the industry is giving her some backlash, right? Mm-hmm. Why are you doing this now? Especially seeing that the movie is coming out and the movie didn't gross what it's supposed to, and then you're calling out all these different things, which I can be honest, I love Taraji. As a matter of fact, James, he said, like, if he ever left me for somebody, it'll be her. That's wild. The fact that I just said that he said that. The fact that I know that.
It's okay.
It's okay. But so I have a huge amount of respect for her. I personally, as a woman in this industry, know that, like you said, everything doesn't have to be discussed right now, out in the open. You're in the middle of a press room.
They asked her a question too.
Yeah.
I mean,
it got so deep into the question, though. Like,
but you don't ask me nothing. You know I'm emotional. She could have been on her period.
They set her up.
She could have been. It could have been anything.
They set my girl up. They
asked her. Don't ask me shit
But they asked her, why did you consider quitting acting? And then that went to...
You opened the box.
You opened Pandora's box.
You opened the box, and her box, she was somebody, if they ask me XYZ, nigga, I'm gonna let them know.
This is one of the I wish a nigga would days.
Hey, sometimes I wish a nigga would.
If you could work with the top three entertainers in the world and create a massive, crazy ass show, who would it be?
Don Cheadle, number one.
Ooh.
I'm a huge fan of that dude, man. He's so dope to me.
Okay.
Just an actor. He got comedy chops. His emotion and everything. He just, So one of my favorite movies is The Devil in the Blue Dress with Denzel.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle. So when you buy the DVD, I used to be big on DVDs back then. When you buy the DVD, you would get DVD extras. And they had Don Cheadle's audition on the DVD extras from Devil in the Blue Dress. This nigga was incredible. You see why he got booked.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Denzel, and Denzel, Don Cheadle, and it's gonna be totally off book. The Rock. I like that motherfucking Rock.
We did not see this coming. What type of movie are we in?
I don't know. It's
what type
action adventure.
Action adventure.
Motherfucker, The Rock is the fucking cool as hell to me. Like when he do that shit on the wrestling shit, he be cracking jokes and shit. Like he's so funny to me. Like The Rock is a funny ass dude, man. And
I love it. And he big.
He big, just swole up ass. It's like Rock can help you fight.
Yeah.
He like, hey, want me to choke shit out somebody for you, right?
Yeah.
I want to be friends with him one day.
You know what question I hate? What's next?
Mm-hmm.
People ask what's next.
Absolutely.
As entertainers, 9 times out of 10, even we got a fucking full schedule,
right.
We don't know what's next.
It's less what's next and more what's now.
What's now?
What's right now? I just booked a movie.
Pop your shit. Pop your shit. Hot ride. What's the movie?
I can't say.
Oh, okay. We'll wait.
I can't say just yet.
Okay.
But I have a small role in a big film. So I'm excited about that. I created a series called the Micro Comedy Series, which is I wanted to do like Tiny Desk for comedy.
I love that. That's so dope.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
And so I bring a room like this, and I put 25-person audience, and I have my young comics perform, and so we're real close to getting that sold. And that's going to be
That's about to be sold. Yeah. I want to touch and agree with you with that. That's about to be sold in the name of Jesus. Let's go.
Yes. So that's coming down the pipe. And my improv workshop is returning. And so I've been doing it for like over 10 years. But when the pandemic came, I pivoted into virtual.
Okay.
And so I'm going back live.
We need in person. We need that human interaction, that energy exchanging.
Yeah. So I got live and I got virtual. So I'll be doing both.
Okay.
In the same space. So I'm excited about it, man. And, more than anything, man, I'm just trying to be a better man.
Come on.
I'm just trying to be a better version of myself. I think, we as we navigate this life, young Rodney Perry was really selfish. Okay. And I felt like I had to be.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I'm here talking to you now if I wasn't the selfish young nigga. Mm-hmm. And so being so selfish and achieving X, Y, and Z, it's an honor to be able to sit here where I sit. And again, I'm one-on-one. I got TV, movies, hosting, podcasts, and whatever. What you want?
I met you, my first time ever meeting you after seeing you on the Monique show, after just your name ringing in the industry that I'm entering in. I met you on a movie set. Yeah. Yeah, on Civilian Life.
Civilian Life. What a good movie.
Yeah, what a good movie.
Miss Cutting Up.
Miss Cutting Up. Shout out to Miss Cutting Up. Miss Cutting Up was the first person to put me on the stage. She gave me my first opportunity to do comedy.
I remember doing a comedy show with you. I came to Milwaukee. Yeah. And me, you, and Myron did a show together.
Yes, we did.
Because I was tricked because Myron got naked. I was like, what is man clothes at?
Myron is still getting naked.
I was like, Myron, put your clothes on.
Myron, but he doesn't get naked as much now.
He don't have to.
He got
jokes now.
He got jokes now. And it's good to see him develop. And it's so funny to me because as much as I have OGs in the game that I could call you. I feel like I can give you a scenario. You're going to figure it out with me. People do that to me now. And I'm like, oh.
How about that?
How about that? You know what I'm saying? And I know that's a real thing. And I said now, I mean, they've been doing it, but now I feel like I can do it boldly. And you know,
but you have that thing though. You have that nurture.
Yeah.
That, everybody don't have that.
Yeah.
That's a different gift.
Yeah.
To be able to impart wisdom.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that.
Yeah. And being like wholehearted, like you got this. Yeah. No matter what. Speak life into them. So I'm just happy that first of all, I'm happy that I have access to you. I know I didn't know if you want to talk about the stroke.
It's okay if you want to talk
about it. It's so sensitive. If you want to talk about it.
Well, no. First of all, when people talk to me about it, they go, you had a little scare. I had a stroke.
You had a stroke.
I had a stroke. And I did not have a heart attack. I had a stroke. But the reality is, health-wise, if you have a stroke, you're probably right around the corner from a heart attack.
Okay.
That's what the docs was telling me. And so it was life-changing. It was life-changing. And it's like, this is what it's like. It's like dying, but getting to be alive and watch it.
Ooh, my God.
I got to watch people tell stories about me. Mm-hmm. Rodney Perry told me this one day. Rodney Perry did this. But I was sitting in my hospital bed going, wow, they like me.
Love you.
They like me. Wow.
Love you.
And so many people over a career that you affect, you never get to see the thank yous. And people told me thank you while I laid in that hospital bed. They wanted to do a benefit for me, and I told them no.
Yeah.
I said benefits is for people that's dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
I said I'm still here. I'm gonna be okay.
And you are, and you were. Can I ask you this question? Was it like this is a second chance? How did you come back once you fully recover? What was your thought process?
So I asked God, why me?
Okay, so anger was there.
I asked God, no, just why me?
Okay.
And he said, why not you? Why not you get to tell the story? And so it's just my story to tell now. And you have a bit of survivor's remorse because you meet other stroke patients that never got their physicality back, never been able to walk back again. And so you meet those people, you go, God, why I get to come back?
Yeah.
And so the long and the short of it is you try to be a better version of yourself.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with hypertension 5 years before I had my stroke. And I wouldn't take the medicine because it made my stuff soft. Well, I'm not going to be Mr. Softy around my period.
But what I am going to do is have a stroke. What the hell is wrong with you?
Who knew?
Who knew?
You
said, do I want a stroke or do I want a stroke?
Stroke it. The jokes niggas told me. Niggas say, Rodney, man, I heard you got a movie. I was like, what? I'm in the hospital now. They said, I heard you got a movie. I heard you doing the Clarence Carter story. I said, the Clarence Carter story? Nigga, I'll be stroking. Nigga, get off my phone.
Know somebody who love you. Those people who love you.
Michael Collier called me every day with a joke.
Yeah.
He said, every day, man, I'm going to tell you a joke till you tell me to stop.
Yeah.
I told that nigga to stop. I love that nigga. That nigga wear me out.
Hey, listen, Michael Collier that called me 100 times. I'm going to put you on my show, man. I'm going to have it in the right now. You go do the work. I'm like, Michael Collier, never called back. I'm like, man, I love you, though, Michael Collier.
Old but young.
Old but young. He not got that groove back and got married and things like that. And so
I told the nigga I want to be a part of his next marriage. I can't do it no more, Mike.
Okay.
I've been to all the Christmas parties. I love Michael Collier.
Yeah.
Nigga, I don't know about this new bitch. I'm joking, man. I'm joking, Michael.
She's so cool. You know what? This new girl is cool.
She's not a bitch at all.
No, she's not. She's extremely cool. Wonderful lady. We was all gonna hang out one day, and this is why. Quick story about Michael Collier. We was gonna go to the strip club in Magic City, and he realized that it was $60 to get in.
He didn't want to be a part of that.
He didn't want to be a part of that, and I was so happy. I said, this man with the money and the lifestyle he had didn't want to pay $60. Who am I?
How dare I?
$60. How dare I pay $60?
How dare I?
I said, we leaving. Thank you. Let's go. I didn't want to pay that $60, but I would have paid it if Michael Collier was going. Just to hang out.
I'm going.
But he didn't want to pay it. He said, "I will not," and turned around. I think
they probably would have comped him if they knew he was out there.
Yeah, but they didn't care. They didn't care. They didn't care. But guess what? Who do care? Everybody care. It's Through Thick and Thin, the podcast. We need to know how everybody stay tapped in, locked in with Rodney Perry, what he got coming up next, and how just to support it.
I'm easy to find. Rodney Perry Live on all social media. I do a podcast every day. Rodney Perry Live. And it's kind of like a morning show, and it just I do it because it keeps me busy.
Yeah,
I like to be kinetic. I believe in this life you have to keep moving, And that in itself creates work.
That's it. That's it. Y'all stay locked in everything Rodney Perry. I just am blessed to have you on Through Thick and Thin, the podcast. Y'all are extremely blessed to have this experience. It's your girl, Kellz. We always in the building.
That's a real sign.
That's a real sign.
TV screen